Hey there everybody, Mazarok here, and today I want about tips for the Zskera Vaults and the Onyx Annulet that I've kind of learned the hard way, or gone around and just learned by playing, or learned from viewers in chat. Do note this is not what stones should you be using for your characters. I am going to be testing those throughout the week, and I do presume there's going to be some buffs and nerfs to some of these stones as well. Definitely some changes, so we're going to see kind of what goes on there, but this is really some of the stuff that I've learned about the Zskera's Vault, how to complete it, easier ways to kind of get keys and things like that. Before we do get into it though, please do like, comment, subscribe. It goes such a long way to helping out the channel. Thank you to my patrons for making videos like this happen. Very much. There's a Patreon link down below if you want early access stuff, early access tank guide, so I write stuff for the tankclub.com, and I put my work in progress and my drafts and all of that up on Patreon for those to read earlier, so you can see the changes and you can see things early as well. Twitch link down below if you want to watch me stream, and of course a Discord link if you want to come by, hang out with a wonderful community full of great people. All right, so the first thing I learned with the Zskera Vaults is kind of how to do it. There's a little trick here because the way that the quests work is when you first get into the Zskera Vaults, you don't want to use any of your keys on your first little run. You can go in and out as you please, kill the spiders that are there. I think they're spiders for everyone. There are spiders for all of my tanks. Get the little things in the main room. Get your ring quest first, then leave. When you turn in the quest for the ring and you get your Onyx Annulet, that person will have another quest lined up for you right after that called Primalist Embellishment. Then you want to go in and open up the two doors. The one's going to is going to have a Primalist Jeweler's Kit in it, and the other one is going to have an anvil. After that, you can feel free, and you can spend all of your keys as much on whatever doors you want and go have fun there. It's really kind of random what you're going to get, and more things open up, the more keys that you get. But by turning that quest in, you unlock the vendor to be able to get the condensed magic stone little boxes, I guess. I don't know, loot boxes, I don't know what we're calling them. But there you have a chance to start fishing for the ones that you want. You can also, you gain access to the anvil, so you can crush the stones you don't want, and you gain access to the pluck thing out of your ring, so you can take the gems out of your ring. It does make things a lot easier, especially if you're trying to fish for the stones that you know you may want, or good ones, or if you read a bad one. For example, if you're a Vengeance Demon Hunter and you get a mana returns to you gem, you know you don't need it, crush it, move on. But that was one thing that I messed up a little bit early, and I wasn't too happy about it, but there's easy fixes and ways that you can streamline that process, and that is it. So before you start just going to open up all the doors willy-nilly, get that Primalist Embellishment quest done first. It's very easy. It just requires 2 keys. You get 6 of them right off the bat before going in, but you do need to get the Onyx Annulet quest done to be able to get that quest to move forward. Lastly is Elemental Overflow. You may have noticed that Elemental Overflow is in abundance in the Forbidden Reach. Rares are often dropping 1,000+ Elemental Overflow, and one of the things that you can buy from this Elemental Overflow is a sack of oddities. Over by the faction agents, there is an Envoy Quartermaster. For 2,000 Elemental Overflow, you can buy a sack of oddities, and you have about, I'd say, a 40 to 50% chance of getting an Zskera Vault key in those sacks, which is really, really nice. Now, number one, the keys are bind on account, so you can send these all, you can funnel these all to, your main if you want, or you can, send them out towards alts, however you're deciding on progressing and trying to get this done. For me, I've worked really hard since the launch to get all of my tanks the ring, the stones that I think they want, the ones that look interesting, the ones that look they have fun combinations. So I've been kind of spreading apart vault keys where I need to try and get everything in place. But you can just buy these sacks of the sack of oddities for 2,000 Elemental Overflow. But a nice thing about the sack of oddities as well is you have a chance to get anywhere from, so far I've seen 5 Elemental Overflow to 3,300 overflow in just one of these bags. So you actually have a chance to just keep renewing that cycle and keep on going. And especially while you're trying to get your ring up, I would worry more about completing the vault first and then trying to farm as much elemental overflow as you can, because it's honestly, between all 6 of my tanks without trying, I easily got about 45,000 elemental overflow since last night. Now this is Wednesday at 5:30 of recording this, the day after launch, and I wasn't, so less than about 24 hours right now. I haven't played all afternoon, but whatever. Less than 24 hours I farmed that much. If you're actually trying to farm elemental overflow in the Forbidden Reach, you will not have a problem. You're going to be able to get whatever you want. But yeah, so you really have a lot of ways to work this around and get what you need. But those are 2 of the big things that I've learned and are going to make your life easier if you haven't started your ring farm, or maybe you didn't know about the sack oddities. I didn't know until my stream this morning, when a viewer told me about it and was like, oh, and I had totally missed that quartermaster. And yeah, so very easy way to get Zskera Vault keys in. It's just from easy farming, and it's also bad luck protection, because my paladin had like no luck with key drops at all on rares, like just nothing. Like I did 5, 6, 7 rares in a row with 0 drops, but was collecting a lot of elemental overflow. So an easy way for me to bump up those keys and get that full vault done. So yeah, those are some tips for the Zskera Vault and the Onyx Annulet. Now please do be aware, I am going to be putting out a guide for the stones that I like, and things like that, for kind of, play and things like that. What works well, and all that fun jazz. Thank you again, everyone, for, thank you my patrons again for making the videos like this happen. Have yourselves a good one, and happy tanking. Bye.